Welcome to the Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
And this is Dre, and we back in the building with a very, very special guest, man, all the way from East Texas. My boy stopped through the show, man.
Yeah. We got Al D, 300 in the building, man.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, man. Starting off on a cool note.
On a cool note.
So let me tell you, off air we was talking about, we was talking about fantasy football. I'm just happy because I don't do fantasy football. But my co-host over here, 2 years in a row, you know what I'm saying? I'm a ride to the coattail. Championship 2 years in a row, going for a three-peat.
Yeah.
Now, Al came in here. Hold on 1 second, Al. Al came in, and he played dominoes against Lonnie. Somehow, he let Lonnie beat him. And I know that could have been luck because the nigga win 2 games. But Al just said he going to win in something before he leave here.
So we playing chess before I leave. Let it... I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a spiritual dude, man. I read the signs. The dude that beat me in chess broke a glass table. One thing about me, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I know when things, God gonna let me know. So it be funny to me. This man, he took a picture. He broke a glass table.
Now you say that he beat you in dominoes, not chess.
He beat me in dominoes. But one thing I know, God is real.
That's the payback.
That nigga came.
This
nigga took a picture and broke the goddamn table.
This man broke a glass table.
I'm gonna have to hear
One
this
thing
shit.
about it, because I know you can't beat me. So just the fact that I walked through this room, I done played this game. He done won 2 in a row. He done walked right out here, broke a glass table, and I witnessed him do it. And God is gonna forever show me.
Why did you beat this man? I would have preferred
plotting.
him win if it was gonna be you broke the goddamn table.
Shit. That's one thing I see, man.
Well, it could have been worse though. He could have fell through the table. We gonna thank God again that Lonnie's okay. He didn't fall through the table.
Okay.
I would have preferred that nigga fall through the table.
No.
I didn't want you to hurt yourself, but at least
At least
I
make it.
could have came up with an elaborate story. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was having a mini stroke. I'd have took you to the doctor and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I took the nigga to the doctor. Anything besides the bullshit I got to deal with about her on this fucking table.
Yeah.
But anyway, Al D, man, thank you for coming
Welcome,
through, man.
welcome.
Thank y'all for having me.
See, man, we family up in here, man. When family come through, man, we do family shit, man. So, dominoes, chess, talking shit, glass tables, it all count on the Cole and Dre podcast.
Let's jump right into this interview right now. Because I was listening to some of your shit earlier, right? And I'm like, I saw a problem.
Okay.
Real is hard to accept.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that respectfully because it's like when I was listening, I'm like, damn, Lonnie say, listen to some of this. And I'm like, whoa. And when you spitting real after real after real, because a lot of niggas like to reference street shit, but they ain't really got no real street experience. They really been on the sidewalk and they get to watch niggas that's been in the streets.
Thanks.
So for a nigga that's really been in the streets and a nigga can really rap this shit and make me feel it like, damn, this from real shit. Niggas don't, either somebody else wrote that for that nigga or he done lived some of this shit. Yeah. So which one is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I ain't.
Yeah, man. I really do appreciate that, man, because that's really what it's made of. And really the ones that's able to recognize it as far as like what I do in music, they very precious and valuable to me because I actually live off of that alone. I don't have nothing else but music in these 4 years that I've been home. So just those that are able to see it and know that it's authentic, that's what my whole life been financed off of. So it's a beautiful thing, man, just to even be able to have an opportunity to do this because I probably was never supposed to get out. So, I'm just blessed to even be here and get an opportunity to do it. I'm just trying to make the most of it, making the most of it.
Seems like you're on the right path. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's rare that I listen to music and say, okay, I feel like it's some authenticity in that shit.
But I mean, not only that, the authenticity of the music, a lyricist.
Authenticity, Dre. And I'm gonna tell
sorry.
and I'm
Okay.
and look, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Go ahead.
If
I'm gonna let you have it right now.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm explaining to the people what.
If you say anything wrong, I'm on it. If you missay anything, I'm correcting you. I'm leaving here a winner.
Let me
you know what I'm saying?
Let me since we go. See, I had a real statement to make, but I'm gonna go give y'all a little backstory.
Go ahead.
He played fantasy football with me, y'all. And it was a long season for him this year, y'all. A long season.
Let me.
So, and we ain't really seen each other but a handful of times since the season.
Like
and the season almost back around too, y'all.
Yeah.
So we was talking about that just now on camera.
Yeah.
Off camera, so you know.
Yeah. Well, the thing. Let's
talk about it.
Give a little context to it.
A little backstory.
Shout out, look, shout out Kiki, little Kiki, self-made. I am here representing self-made at this point in time. First of all, let's say this. I've been out of prison for 4 years. I have not participated in anything fantasy related in that time. However, I make no excuses for what's done taking place, and I'm just not that was my first. I just came in there. I just moved to Houston.
Well, let me throw some out there too. I've been out of prison 3 years and some change. I ain't made 4 years yet, so.
So he's fresh. That's actually a good thing. As far as what we talking about, that's an advantage. He's fresh.
So?
Yeah, he's fresh from doing it.
But I missed the whole, what season was that? I got out in 19, so I didn't play in the 19.
You got out in 19?
Yeah, I got out in 19.
I got out in 19.
Yeah, I got out in August 26, 2019.
I got out March 24th, 2019.
So you had your fantasy books before me, so you know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, I got straight out and went straight to doing what I do. So
April 26, 19, since we just saying
so we 19. Hey, we brothers.
We just putting dates out.
19 was a great year.
So you're saying right now you're saying 3 years. I just made 4 years in March.
Yeah, 4 years.
Y'all 4 years is coming up, and look.
Now mine's I got mine's 4 years. April 26.
Man, look where we at. Man.
That's crazy. Look where we at.
Look where we at.
We on the Cole and Drake podcast, man, doing our thing.
But
back to what I was about to say about the music that my boy over here putting out. I mean, it's rare to hear lyricists out of Texas, man, and I feel like you and a handful of others are super duper lyrical, man. Like, was that something you went in the rap game thinking about, or was that something that just came natural to you? Where did that come from? Because you are real certified.
Thank you,
lyricist, man.
Thank you, man.
Because that's rare for Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? To be honest,
man,
we have our own style, and you can put that style you have anywhere on the map.
Real shit.
To be honest, just straight honest, bro. I really just was made to do this. There's no other, you got to pay a real price to be able to do this stuff at a high level,
Straight up.
And I paid a price to be able to say it, I can just say it. I don't have to. It's you go through something, and then you don't know really what all is for while you going through it, but it's for you to be able to talk a certain way and present yourself a certain way. And, you might not know what you're going through at the time, like what the benefit or the value of it is. It's like what I just asked you just a minute ago, like, as far as you being locked up, was it good for you?
Right.
And a lot of people that used it, I ain't asked you that, but a lot of people that's done been through it. Me, I'm somebody that's known as a real crash, so yeah, I'm articulate and all of that, but get pissed off and I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Like ain't no out. Ain't no out. We gonna take it all away, but that afforded me the opportunity to be around those kind of individuals, in this state of Texas. And man, I just feel like I grew up with all of the state's worst, the violent people of the state of Texas. I grew up with them. So now we, with expression and artistry and all of that, like I really get a kick out of just expressing it, and I'm just really thankful that, really blessed to be like really honest, just blessed that people respond to it the way they do.
That's dope. That's dope.
When you say you gonna do it, you'll crash. Like, give me a little insight on that. I kind of have an idea, but give me a little bit more insight.
Can I answer that for you?
Yeah.
When it's go time, I'm going.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, I'm going.
But I think
that's dumb.
So,
it's
no,
so
that's
dumb.
No, that's not dumb. Cause it depends on, like, if it's go, it's go. That's what it is.
Yeah, but
I'm with that shit all the way. If it's go, it's go.
I said I'm gonna do it.
But I think it's a situation where it's always, how do you prevent it from getting to that point? So at that point, it's a matter of how do we, are we able to articulate our intellect to say, hey man, let's look for a solution prior.
Can you turn the other cheek?
Well, and you don't have to turn the other cheek. A lot of times, it's just a matter of It's a matter of understanding the clowns you around. So you know what I'm saying? If you fuck around with clowns long enough, you're gonna become a part of the circus.
I'm just somebody that growing up because of, you can hear my voice, you can hear now I'm covered in tattoos and stuff, but I'm just somebody that somebody will try. And God, I just be feeling like God giving them to me. You trying me, but I'm not afraid. And I want to do it. I want to do it. You picking me.
Oh,
I'm
man.
welcoming of it. I'd rather do it than not do it. I'd rather do it than act like we was going to do it. And then we don't. No, let's go all the way. Because I don't want no trouble. And I damn sure ain't nobody that's looking for no trouble. So when you give it to me, I'm shocked. And I want to. Yeah, and I want to make an example. I want this to be over. I want it to be over. And ain't no stopping when we started. But then that's what I'm saying. Like, I grew up with that kind of mentality, and it just it didn't do. And you know what? To be really honest, I'm really glad that I even thought about this. Man, I just was harboring that energy that attracted that type of shit. To be honest, and I was always excited when it came back, because it's like, oh, we in, and that was we all in, But in reality, I had to learn how to be, how to think about things that I wanted and not shit that I didn't want to experience. And that's what got me right here, right now. That's what got
growth,
me in
though,
Houston.
bro.
Yeah, you
because I think I was probably that dude as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hear, and the crazy part about it, I didn't know I was that dude until I got out of prison, and we hear other people talk about me in the light, like, damn, I was like that.
Right.
And
they telling you shit that you don't even remember.
Right. But I didn't know they viewed it like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember the instance, but I didn't know people viewed it like, nigga, you was a short fuse. But in my mind, I'm like,
nigga called Dre a bitch. He ain't thought about it twice. I get it though. You can't let a nigga get that out, especially not being locked up. You can't let that go. So I'm like, damn. Okay.
But a lot of things that my friends said that I was, I didn't realize I was that, because in the moment it was just what it was.
Right.
And they gonna roll because I went. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, maybe I could have did something different. Maybe I could have did this. Maybe I could have did that.
Yeah, and a lot of this is my neighborhood fault too. So
that shit have a lot to do with it, man. That shit have a lot to do.
Because
when you grow up around certain guys, man, I think niggas in the hood is just cruel. We was talking about this yesterday at one of the homie funerals,
Damn.
And he died in his sleep though. My partner, Bell, man, good nigga. And it's so funny because I was a scary little nigga, right?
Mm-hmm.
My cousin,
I view myself as scary too.
But I was scary until I had at some point, like, these niggas ain't gonna be nice to you. Fuck all that scary shit. These niggas, they gonna take from you. They pick on the weak in the hood. So if you show any kind of weakness, them niggas gonna hold you. I'm like, man, this ain't gonna work out. I got ran home one time, like, shit. I had to go get my ass whooped 2-3 times. Okay, well, my grandfather told me, you gonna get my ass whooping or they ass whooping. Right. But then you ain't gonna run up here no more. And his ass whooping was way worse than that. Shit, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
But speaking of it, like we was just talking yesterday, man, like playing football. Mm-hmm. I was fast. I had moves. I could catch. I was an athlete, right? So
you do know I'm from East Texas. So when people start talking like that, I be wanting like proof. Like so you had something in football?
Oh, absolutely.
You known for that?
Absolutely.
That was a few sizes ago though, like, you know what I'm saying? He like an
that
8'6" large, you know what I'm saying? Probably back in the medium.
Shit, I come out in 89.
So,
I come out way back when. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, But I think it was a situation. So Bad tell me, hey man, we had this nigga named Shaggy, man. Shout out to Shaggy. Goddamn, I hope you get yourself together, boy. You fucked up right now. I'm gonna tell you on camera. I know them niggas gonna fuck with you. Say Cole said you fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up, man. Man, this nigga Shaggy used to be about 350. Big old boy, right? Could move, you know what I'm saying? But we young, so he probably 200 pounds. And I'm probably fucking 110, 120. And Bear tell me, man, run over that nigga. Stop letting that nigga push you down. I said, man, I can't do that. He said, man, yeah, you can. Put your head down, put the shoulder, and hit that nigga with that shoulder, full speed. I'm telling you, you're going to run over. I hit that nigga ass, and I say, I did. He said, yeah, I thought the nigga going to knock your ass out.
Set you up.
But boy, that nigga gave me all the confidence in the world after that.
Yeah.
So you talking about when you growing up in them hoods like that,
Yeah.
now you got your own swagger, so like, okay, I'm with all that shit.
Yeah.
This nigga Dre watching the game. What's score over there, Dre?
I mean, I ain't watching it. I'm listening to y'all. I ain't
What's
peeping.
score, man? You on the goddamn like you watching the game. I'm looking at you. Who up 72-64?
Lakers down by 18.
Oh, they down by 18?
I love it.
Oh, Lonnie, I guess you called good money. Lonnie say they gonna get him out of there in 5.
I love, man.
Not the King.
Yeah, no, get him out of there.
Not
Get
the
him,
King.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people disappointed about the King now.
Yeah, disappointed. Hey, man.
My man LG over there say Denver the most complete team in the league. They gonna win it all.
Nah, they
no
not
questions.
Boston. I like Boston right now. I ain't gonna
Just get past the Lakers and get.
I'm a
the
Laker fan,
The
but,
Lakers is like the Cowboys in as far as the fans.
That's only because
Put an
LeBron over
end-
there. LeBron
put an
fans
end
brought
to it.
something to my squad, man, that I
Right.
really don't like. I don't like the LeBron fan energy, man. That's
Yeah.
me. I don't like the
Key
LeBron
is
fan
a
energy.
Laker fan, not necessarily a LeBron fan, and I just
Right.
want it over. I just
Right.
don't want him in my.
Keeping Laker fan. We've been keeping Laker fans for a long time.
Right,
We've been
but
Laker fans for a long time.
He's
I've been
talking.
a Laker fan since the
And
Magic
I don't
days.
want to hear this. I don't wanna hear it, to be honest.
No doubt. Man, back to the interview, man. Like, LD 300, man, East Texas finest. in my
Davis Street.
opinion.
You know what I'm saying?
In my
Texas,
opinion.
Davis Street.
You know what I'm saying? So, where did you get your name from, bro? Give the people a background about you, man. Like, I know you've been doing your media shit now, man. You know what I'm saying? So let our fans know.
Real simple, man. Like, you know, that's the beauty, in my opinion, of like Texas. You know, like, whether it's a Dre or Cole or Al, like, my name is Aldarian Davis. I'm from Davis Street in Longview, Texas, but no skeletons, no flaws, no ask whoever, you know, like, you know. H-Town,
I love it. I love it.
H-Town, you know, any neighborhood here, any city in this state, you know, whoever I was with, they gonna, you know, I'm a person like that, you know, that just, you know, LD, you know, and it's the same story every time. And like I tell people, like, don't listen to so many people speak highly. Like, listen to like some. I like to hear. I tell people, believe anything. Believe even my haters. Believe them all. Like, listen to them, because it may be something to what they saying, or a reasoning why they saying what they saying. But yeah, I'm just this me out there in Davis, LD,
No,
from 300 block.
Don't believe them all. Now you gotta watch it, cause a bunch of these niggas just come up with shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Listen to them. Listen to the haters, like what they saying. Cole. Like, this is what I mean by that. It's something in this right here. Yeah, you know, Cole and them ain't really be looking out. Don't be looking out for niggas. Oh, Cole getting some money. You know what I'm saying?
Straight like
Yeah,
that.
It's always something to the. Yeah, you know, they fuck with them niggas over there. You know, he really from over here, but oh, you wish that he was helping you, and you know, like,
On this side
it's
of the
always it's something to it, you know, like,
That's well put. That's
yeah,
well put.
it's
That
something
is
to
fucking extremely well put.
it. I fuck with the haters.
Nigga, you must have heard some niggas yesterday talking about me.
That's
Shit.
how I go, man.
I
They
know
don't
what it
always
is.
Say it the way they want to say it, because it's, you know, one of the main ones in this rap game is, people want to claim you, like, so they'll swear you ain't from where you from if they value you. They'll say you from here. He really from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up with him, blah, 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 right here. But if you wasn't shit, nobody give a damn. Like, nobody care where you from if you ain't,
Straight up.
you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing shit.
So why do we do that, man? Because we do that to a lot of people that try to make it out. We reach that hand back and try to snatch it back down with little shit like that. Oh, he ain't really that, or I heard this about him. That. Why do we do that as a people, man?
I just
I know you don't have a real
homie.
answer, but I mean, why do we do that?
Shout out my homie DZ Miyake, man. Filmed by Miyake, one of the biggest videographers down here. Man, that nigga said some shit to me, man, and it's just stuck on my. Nobody don't want to hear this shit, but man, blacks are lost cause, man. Niggas is the worst, so it's just that. Hey.
But can we get better though?
No.
Yes, we can.
I think we can get better.
I disagree on that.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Malcolm X was on this planet, bro. Martin Luther King was here. Minister Farrakhan is here now. 70 years of service to the black people, man. Never no flaws, never no. Man, Minister Farrakhan can't help it. These niggas still got the same mentality. Hey, bro, take care of your family. Build with like-minded people. When niggas show you nigga shit, pull back from them. It's a disease. That shit's a disease, and it is no changing. I've never been a hate. At my most lost, I'm not going to take something from you that you've earned. Like I never been a hate. That hate shit started early, man. It's taught in the household, like racist shit. Like niggas mamas haters.
Your mom and daddy was a hater, so
your mama
you a
hates
hater,
your
boy.
daddy, your daddy's a hater. And it's to overcome that shit is so rare. It's just best to, when you see it, you gotta watch that shit. You gotta watch them Must Be Nice niggas. You gotta watch, man, Must Be Nice.
Man, that's a cold statement too.
You gotta watch that. Now learning, motherfuckers love to learn. They curious about life, inquisitive and got a positive spirit. Curiosity and a positive spirit, man. I take that dude there with a little bit of drive and determination. You could do something with him. Even if you don't know. I'll start with him not knowing shit than a dude that know everything what we need to know, but got that hate in his heart, that hate in his blood. We can win with a good spirit and some desire, but yeah, niggas are lost cause. It is what it is. I'm sorry, but let's keep it real, because there's people out here that wanna win, they wanna succeed, and hey man, you better watch out. You just gotta be careful with niggas. Simple as that.
You got me going back. I gotta finish my book. I've been bullshitting with my book for about 14 months. I got 3 chapters to finish. Yeah, I mean,
with AI, you have no excuses.
But the reason I'm saying I gotta finish, because a lot of times you said something in that statement that in what you were just saying. You said that a lot of times nigga mama was a hater, his daddy was a hater. Hate is taught. All that envy-hearted, jealous shit is taught in the home. And so then you got some motherfuckers just born with hole in their blood anyway, so ain't nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
But I think what we don't realize is the power of conditioning, how people get conditioned by their environments. Mm-hmm. Like you say, no matter where you go, no matter what environment you in, you gonna stand 10 toes down. And that came from being off Davis Street. It was something that happened on Davis Street or in that area where you was at, where you was around some real ones. And so,
yeah. Well, like any other hood, we raised each other. Most of us fatherless homes, raised with mothers, crack era, we didn't have a lot of respect for adults, not by us just having not lack of respect for adults, but the crack made us not respect adults because we sold work to grown-ups, so that makes you think that you're an adult earlier,
It's exposure.
Right, and we start, and we deal with each other, your homies, that's it. That's how we, we got to learn together, and then as far as us, we was a smaller neighborhood rival to a bigger neighborhood, so we had to, in order to stand strong and to, to be something worthy of being discussed, we couldn't be no coward. You had to stand up on it. And when you go to prison though, you alone. So you learn to, hey man, I'm crazier than you. We we gonna do this.
See, that's I'm a firm believer in. I'm for change, first and foremost. Let me say that. I'm for change. Like, I have a lot of respect for Mr. Farrakhan. I have, I study Malcolm X, not so much Martin. I think I'm more Malcolm because I was for my people. I mean, not necessarily inclusion. I know we need to be inclusion is important. But as a race, I'm for that because the one thing black people have yet to do is come together. Every time we've tried, every system that's been put in place, starting with the Black Panthers, any organized group, they've tore it down, made it something other than what it was supposed to be designed for. But with that being said, it's
glad you said that because it's been attacked.
It's been
it's
for
not
sure.
It's not that we didn't try. It's
for
been
sure,
attacked.
for sure.
Yeah,
it's going to continue to be.
It's going to continue to be attacked.
So, are you gonna be one of those people that, sacrifice your life and time on, trying to unite? You want to spend your time trying to unite it, or
I want to spend my time planting seeds for the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm 43, about to be 44, but I have 40 some years of experience. I have 40 some years of life experience. I have 40 some years of trials and tribulations. I have 40 some years of seeing shit that I have 40 some years of understanding what it takes now, right. Understanding the importance of family. Because in the black community, there's a lot of basic principles that we lack and we fail on, and one of those basic principles is the family structure.
For sure.
Being a father figure. You make a baby, take care of the baby. Yeah. You make a baby, I'm going to tell you a story, short story. It was an issue the other day, kid dating a girl over there in the neighborhood that got a baby by another dude in the neighborhood. Something happened to the baby. Dude go charge the dude up. And I feel like it was more about him and the girl, but the dude was like, well, go ask your baby mama about the kid. They ain't got nothing to do with me. And niggas looked at me, I say, well, shit, that's what I'd have said. Because it don't, in my mind. Because if you care that much about your child, you should stay with that girl. Because that's the way family structure is supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Because if you care that much, why you leave? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not saying you should. That doesn't give me the right to do something to a child. But as a father, if I cared that much, I would have stayed.
No, I'm gonna disagree with you.
I mean, hold on, but let me get my point though. Because the thing is, the thing that we do now is we and I'm guilty of it too. But I have a better understanding for it now. We make kids and we take off and then expect to still be, can't nobody be around my son. I don't want the nigga around my kid. Well, if you didn't want that, you should have stayed there. You should have been around your kid. You should have been that person. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what it was designed for. We bringing kids into this world, setting them up for failure because we just fucking and not giving a fuck how what's coming up out of it. You see what I'm saying? And we've done that so much. We have a whole project of people that over there are single parents. You have 500 apartments over there. There's all single parents over there, and these kids raising each other. These kids running around this jungle, the same jungle that we grew up in, because it's been passed on and passed on and passed on. Your mama stayed there, now your sister there, now her baby there. You know what I'm saying? And we steady in this vicious fucking cycle with no hope of getting out this motherfucker. And when I see niggas over there laying up with bitches in the project, that just drives me crazy because y'all help completing this cycle. Y'all steady reproducing this fucking cycle. And we got to start breaking those chains to get to the other part.
I want to lean in on that, but I want to hear what Cole from this area.
That's my thing.
I disagree with how Dre said it, but I think, let me say I disagree first of all. Now, the reality comes because we are raised in fatherless homes, we're not taught to be truly responsible for who you fucking. This is a problem. We've glorified how many bitches can you get? How many of them can you fuck? And I'm guilty. 1,000. Let me rate. I'm guilty. I've done it. Yeah.
You're a poster child.
I could be there, but I was raised in a 2-parent home, but our environment outside of that glorifies how many women can you get, and I don't think a lot of people know where that come from. And I'm gonna tell y'all a lot of. You can go check your history on it. It comes from slavery. What happened in slavery was the biggest dudes. They said, "Hey, you can go over and fuck 5 or 6 of them," because they wanted to create bigger, stronger slaves. And so they took the biggest and the best genetics that they thought would work better in the fields. Which this is the reason why we have so many of us in the NFL and the NBA. They created it way back in slavery. People don't realize that.
They was bred.
They bred us.
But I wanna.
Hold on one second. Hold on just 1 second. So because they bred us that way, what happened is, even from that time, if you was a little nigga, you looking up like, I want to fuck them too. So you get to go in and fuck 5, 6 of them, and that shit just kept going on and on. So now you got a bunch of clowns out here who got a little bit of money, and they get to fuck all the baddest bitches, but they really some suckers and some clowns.
But you skipped a generation.
Okay.
What you skipped was late 50s and 60s that black households were together and united.
Absolutely.
That wasn't something that was promoted in our neighborhoods in the 50s, 60s, early 70s. Now, see, when we start talking about, it's a key word that's missing out of this conversation, and the word is marriage.
Agreed.
The thing that we done normalized is baby mama, baby daddy. This is not something that can. I tell people this, my close people, because this is not something that I just. But I tell my close homies this: there is no such thing as a successful baby mama baby daddy relationship. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So when people naturally discuss the problems of a baby mama, man, what about she did this, blah, 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 blah. It was not designed to succeed. There is no way it can be successful. So wherever your kid, when you split the household of your child, you automatically divided the understanding. He or she, this child can never. I'm gonna automatically learn how to be deceptive. Why? Because I live with you sometime, and I'm over here sometime. I know that it's some stuff that I can do over here with my mama that I can't do with my. I'm already learning how to be more than one person, and then the problems that come from it, it's just it's just a natural. We don't get married,
Right.
and
that's like I said,
it's blessings in doing things the right way.
Exactly.
It's some things that can happen good for you when you go about doing things in the way that it was designed to go. And when you don't, when you come up with your own ways of doing shit, then it just it leads to
niggas like me.
us.
And that's because we all products of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
Wow.
that's what I'm getting at. Because once you break that design, bro, it's all bets off. Now you left that child.
Then you start trying to. Well, all I'm gonna do is.
Right.
It's somebody that's nowhere near as smart as you. With a better
Life.
progeny of children. It's somebody that's nowhere near fly. All that dude did was marry his high school sweetheart, and then blacks gonna always. I know people that got married and they didn't do. Man, let's put all of the married
Put everybody together, right?
against the ones that's not. And then let's look at the children and see if we can see the generalization of how many of them is doing well.
The numbers ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's
Numbers ain't
one
gonna
thing
lie.
about blacks. We're gonna always point out the exceptions and try
not
to
the rule.
try to make them the rule. Well, my grandma, she ate pork all her life. She still, she take 25 pills, but you know what I'm saying?
She
Dying
smoked
on
2
the
packs of
inside.
cigarettes
Yeah.
a day.
Dying on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just something I'm big on, bro. Like I said, once again, we talked about being in prison. That's some of the things you study. Every great man had that family structure. I'm not gonna say every great man, but the man that I read about, people like Nelson Mandela, like his lady stood with him for a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? She carried on the fight while he was gone.
Winnie.
Yeah, carried the fight while he was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's unheard of nowadays. Motherfucker ain't doing 6 days with you in the county.
Actually, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, but first of all, we ain't married before we go to jail.
Right.
So
Even those that are.
now some are. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm locked up in the state of Texas for a lot of years. Man, Mexicans. Salute to the Mexicans that still have the desire and the teachings of the traditions of family structure. You know what I mean? Like getting married and handling and staying down with your family. I'm just saying that good things come from marriages. Healthy marriages produce even better things, but just marriage in general is a better ground, a better foundation than not marriage. So like I say, why would you listen to me? I got tattoos all over my face.
And don't listen to me because I'm not married nowhere near it. So, but I
listen to me, goddammit, I'm married.
But
Even though I was a horrible husband in the first one, I'm doing much better this time.
But I do think that's part of the problem that a problem that can't be fixed. Once we start understanding that part of the structure of how this shit's supposed to go,
For sure.
I think that as a people will bring us
and spirituality too.
Yeah.
Like
It's
just having
Yeah.
a religious program that the household understands. You know,
Yeah. Believe
we
in
just
something.
I'm gonna tell you, man. People these days don't believe in shit.
Nothing.
They don't have a day of that they any kind of day of remembrance and family worship and God. Like God ain't really in the household no more. And we just living in days of everybody just feel like off the smarts win. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody doing them. Everybody for self.
Yeah.
You know the thing that brought that about is when we grew up, you couldn't question God, right? It wasn't no questioning, and that's what it is. From my grandmother, my mom, and them. You don't question God, you know. So when you are not allowed to question things, you accept them as they are, especially when it's something that's good for you, right? So it promotes structure, it promotes values and a different belief system and family togetherness. What happened is when the internet came, you had a dude in East Texas who was raised a certain way on the streets, and even though he might have had his tendencies of softness, a dude in Fifth Ward who might have had some gayness in him or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, he could never display that around us. You couldn't be that guy,
Right.
okay? We wasn't accepting that shit. So now you was forced to go, you know, be a man.
Right.
You know, you wasn't gonna be no hoe. We wasn't going for it. So as the internet come along, you get an opportunity to question shit and now you can get on the internet and find somebody in rural Kansas who believe the same shit you believe.
For sure.
Oh, it's okay for me to rub on your ass like this. Oh, it's okay for me to do this and do that. Oh, this ain't so bad. So now you got one motherfucker you done found there. He know 2 or 3 more. Now y'all got a group of a couple hundred. Now y'all can come out and tie y'all goddamn shirts in a knot and be some real and do what y'all do. Cause I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all do.
To each his own.
Yeah,
Right.
but we wasn't allowing that shit. And I drop my son off at school in the morning, man. I see 2 boys holding hands and shit, girls holding hands. And I'm like, man, what kind of shit is this, man? Man, this in every school. I done asked all the little high school and middle school kids. Royce, granddaughter, she was like, that's normal in our school.
Yep, my granddaughter goes to school with my
I'm like, damn. Like, is that really normal? Like, so
I mean,
that
it's
shit
become a
wasn't
cliche first and
normalized.
foremost.
The
like,
teachers wouldn't let you do no shit like that when we was in school.
yeah, it's become a cliche for sure. Like, I think, you know, it's more of a statement than it is a thing, I think.
Kids don't get ass whoopings. Ain't no
Right.
more ass whoopings.
You can't.
No more, right?
You can't.
Yeah, no more
You
ass
can't.
whoopings.
But when you open that door to say, this is why I tell people, and they get me and one of the homies having this conversation, I said in probably 40 years, the bulk of the United States will be practicing Islam. Man, that ain't gonna never happen. I'm like, the difference is Islam don't allow you to question it. So you gonna stay
Islam,
steadfast on this.
Full disclosure.
It ain't no motherfucking
Full
question.
disclosure, I'm Muslim here.
Okay.
Yeah, a real deal Muslim, not the fake kind, the actual kind. Like if you call me on Friday, that's where I'm at. I'm at
You're at
Juma.
Juma.
Yes,
Right,
I'm like the real kind. So that, of course, I'm a striving Muslim as everybody, but I'm somebody that pray every day. I want to say this, that when it comes to having, I'm not somebody that wants to force a religion on somebody, but I'm gonna tell you this. I was so fucked up that I couldn't be a Christian. It wasn't strong enough for me. That shit was like, I needed somebody, I needed the whole, I gotta be, I need my mind to be focused on this shit
I
throughout
ain't
the
never
day.
heard it put like
The whole
that.
Yeah, you can't. I'm way too far gone to be a Christian. Also, all I gotta do is, man, nah. I'm somebody that gotta be, hey,
You needed that structure.
it's time to pray. It's time.
Right.
Oh, I gotta get up. It's 5 in the morning. I gotta make tajud. I gotta get up and do this. You know what I mean? So, but, in saying that, I credit all my success with you know, praying, with just having that fundamental worship practice daily. Like, and it's because of that I don't ride dick. You know what I'm saying? Like I trust God. Like I be feeling like, I ain't gonna lie, niggas be riding dick, they don't believe in God. I feel that way. It's like, you feel like you gotta ride dick in order to get ahead. I feel like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm somebody that I pray every day. I can meet you. As soon as I met Dre, it's just a vibe.
Absolutely.
What's up?
Because we ain't even known each other that long forever.
Whatever you want to do, we on.
Straight
We on.
like that.
I'm going off of, some whole other shit. I'm not finna. You gotta play them like this to see if they. So I don't play games. I ain't got nothing. I'm I don't got nothing behind. Nothing like that. So I face life like that. I'm not slick. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is slick.
Full disclosure.
Hell yeah, niggas is slick, but you can't slick me. Cause I ain't looking for it, and you gon' break the table in there. Like that boy London did. I'ma tell you something about me, man. That boy broke that table in there.
Oh, man.
Fucking with me on the domino. Cause I'ma tell you something. We was playing 9-no drop. Ain't no way in hell he can't beat me. You know what I'm saying? This man done figured out a way to finesse me on them dominoes. I'm fresh walking into this building, and not even 15, 20 minutes later, he done broke a table, created disruption and disturbance in this man's household. The actions and consequences that come from acts like that, the ripple effect of that shit be going so far, and now this man is worrying about what's gonna happen when he go home. And like I say, I didn't mean no harm to nobody. I didn't lose nothing in the process. This man, and that's what I be trying to tell people.
Wow.
I pray every day.
That's funny.
You tripping fucking with me like that. Lonnie did that.
That's funny. That's
Wow.
I just met him. He did something unscrupulous. It ended in destruction. That's what happened.
Woo.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a domino game, because y'all wouldn't even in there.
Wow.
I never play games like. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on?
That nigga say he gonna win at something before he leave.
For sure. Chess. Yeah.
Okay, he didn't call it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna play chess.
Back to the interview, man, because we can talk about life all day long, man, because like I said, I'm
having a good time.
No
man.
question, man.
I love being in the room with good energy, man.
Huh?
Did he hit that shot from half court right there?
Nah, it was a 3, I think.
What's that score?
I don't know. I think they still
This gonna
down.
be edited, right? Y'all gonna edit it.
No, we're not going to.
No, we don't edit this shit.
We
We
straight
do
like
this shit raw as fuck.
We a raw podcast. We don't do that.
Yeah,
This how we do. Because we family up in here, bro.
Right.
When we hit each other, he's like, man, what day you want me to come down?
Yeah.
I say this Tuesday, and we here.
We here.
Yeah, that's
And then last Tuesday we were supposed to do it.
But my man couldn't make it back there, so we didn't.
And
do
it was raining horribly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it rained again, so I was supposed to be here in the rain.
Yeah,
You know?
But it's like that on my way here though, so it was cool.
Yeah, but then you was late, and that's another. Let me also. Let me.
Boom! Shots fired.
I have to also.
My boy say he about that action.
I'm never late.
That's a good thing though. And
That's
I'm
a beautiful thing.
I'm usually I try to be prompt on certain things, but like I said, my life
You
has
do?
changed the last 8 months. Not before that, I used to be on time. My life has changed
You
the
know
last
what?
8
You're
months.
right. You did, Dre.
My life has
You
changed the
are
last
right.
8 months.
I'm gonna give you that, homie. Your life has changed. Let me defend
I'm
my
a father.
partner over here. He right. Prior to that, Travis, we can admit that Dre wasn't late.
Yeah. So you know what I'm
Dre
saying?
used to always be on time.
I got a new package, man. So that
Yeah, he
package
got
come
this new
first,
package
man.
that came
And
through
my
and
baby girl, baby Nova,
things
man.
and
She,
changed.
You got a new baby girl?
new baby girl, she 8 months today, actually.
I got a goddaughter, brand new.
Yeah, congrats.
Goddaughter. Shout out my homie Quell and my little goddaughter Kamari. We kept her. She's 4 months old. I kept her for the first time the other weekend. Had her for 3 days. Love that being able to have a little baby and go through the ups and downs of waking up late and feeding all night. Me and my wife, and love going through all of that and then giving the baby back. Take that baby back to, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So love that.
Absolutely.
Love that. We have a great time.
That nigga said, take the baby
Take
back.
my baby back to her rightful
That's
place.
funny.
This out of town. So
Like you said, when it's done right, man, it's a beautiful thing, though. So, like I said, even though I'm not married, I'm not with this person, but I try to do right by my baby, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as seeing her, being with her every single day.
right.
I haven't done that with my kids. So this is a big thing for me, and I love it. I'm loving every minute of it. So I'm
Look,
thankful.
you know what? All my homies coming out of prison and having them new babies and doing right by 'em, I always salute that. Cause it's like they always say the same thing. Man, this one here, I'm talking about every practice, every recital, and you know, we trying to.
Cause we know better now. We got to do better.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I love trying to get it right, man. Just trying to do right, trying to do the right thing.
It's work.
Hell yeah, that's what it is.
But that's what I mean with a lot of things, man. Like I said, you know, like you said, being on time. That's a great trait to have, man. Cause you're doing right. Cause I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
By being on my own time.
Yeah.
You know
I just don't play.
Yeah, I can dig it though. Cause you was here at 7:30.
Yeah.
He was on time.
He was on time.
Yeah, he was definitely on time.
I don't play.
So
I'm a rapper, but I don't do.
Let's go to this next little thing, man. How did you hook up with Kiki?
The Don, shout out to the Don.
Shout out to the Don Key.
Good motherfucker, man.
That's my brother. Funny story. February, you know, I had a album that I did before I got locked up, Trapping Hard, and actually that album, you know, he did a show in Longview and came through, and you know, homie, shout out Truck, JD and Spence, they brought him to my spot. You know, we knocked out a album. He charged me a significant sum. I thought I was getting the verse off the love of just me being a trap boy that's doing music, and nobody never told me about the price of it. And
Key gonna want his bread.
I was the person that didn't understand the rap thing, and you know, but that was then, you know what I'm saying, and I had it to pay, you know, so it was a beautiful transaction, and that album, you know, in my hometown really like kind of like, cause this what happened. First of all, Key don't even remember that shit. First of all, he don't even remember. And this my brother, and we every day.
Key got about 60 albums though, man. Key got a lot of music.
Yeah, that blowed me away. Them niggas showed he had 60 albums.
He got more than 60 albums, for real. Like, but yeah. So put that album out. It became a classic where I'm from. I did my time. I get out, and I wanted to rekindle that what I left as far as like, you know, people telling me, man, that album, blah blah blah. So I reached back out to him. When I got out, I went straight to Austin. So I was living in Austin at the time. Got him on the project, and came to Houston, to South Park with the Monitor. Like, I had to call Keita to talk to my parole officer to see if they'll let me come down here to shoot a video, and he did that. And you know, like, motherfucker ain't trying to talk to your parole officer.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm sitting there thinking that, like, damn,
like,
nigga
think
don't
about,
even
like I
wanna
say,
do
hey
that.
man, when you talk to
Hey
my
man,
parole
that shit
officer,
too much shit going on.
like, what the
Cause you
fuck?
think it involved you, and you ain't never been in that. Man, I ain't even know.
Yeah, you know, but
I'm scared, but
he did that. That's my bro, and just from the process of dropping my first album since I came home, and I got, you know, 15 albums now, but at the time of dropping that album, he just really kind of been instrumental in my ear, even though I was doing music, dropping music in a way, you know, selling USBs straight to people out of my DMs, you know what I'm saying, and just everybody supported me, and just Crowns 1 through 11, and then the other projects that I had in there, just people support me. He just seen it. He just watched it as it go, and kept telling me that I was gonna have to transfer my catalog over to digital, and just for him wanting to be instrumental in helping me make the transition over into releasing music in the typical way of today, and getting the traction in digital. He just been right there with me, and actually he was the one that told me, like, hey man, you playing in Austin, man, you need to move down to Houston, and I did. Shit, I came down here, you know, brought my family here, and man, it's been beautiful, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm bro, like, on some real shit. I know y'all from here, so it's like, it's probably not, you know, I'm pretty sure if you've been locked up, so I know you've thought about things, you know, bro. Houston, H-Town is it. It's different coming down here and doing shit, and living here and doing what you're doing.
Right.
What?
Yeah, we was the best kept secret for a long time, man. We talked about that
Real
last
shit,
night, man.
we talk about it all
Because
the
I remember
time.
being in a joint, man, talking to people who had never been here. So I mean, yeah, hey, they look at my pictures and be like, whoa.
Hey,
It's lit.
H-Town, the fuck? and it's not close. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And bro, if you could be loved in any city in the United States, bro, this the best city to be. Like if you was doing something and you was like on some,
talk that
you
shit.
could be loved in New York,
talk that
or you
shit.
could be loved in Los Angeles, or you could be loved in Chicago or whatever. But bro, if you loved in Houston, oh my God, like hey, I'm just maybe people don't agree, you know, but what, nigga, like don't be stupid, don't play yourself, man. H-Town is like I'm just, you know,
Work,
bro, like whatever, what you trying to do, where you trying to eat, where you want to go, like what
Shit
the
to do.
fuck you want, where you want to ride, what do you want to do, what you trying to do, you want to shoot movies, you want to, you know, you talking about dreams coming true in Texas and prices and just a big city that's like really big and you can get lost, you know what I mean, like it's just so easily the best city, and I'm just really glad that I got. Oh, I gotta say this though, cause my homie told me this other day. I was talking this shit about Houston, and niggas say, "Yeah, bitch, but you down there with Key and them though." So that's a part of.
That make a difference. We talked about that last night. That's access.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
access.
you get a different type of access.
Right.
Access makes a huge difference no matter where you
I
at.
don't want to be coming off airhead too, because that's right though. You know, I do be with Dre, man. Look, I'm with Dre now.
That's access.
I'm with Cole.
That's access.
Yeah, I am down here.
Yeah, that's
you know, you right.
that's a hell of a lot of access.
But you put yourself around that access though, so a
Yeah.
testament to you, because like I said,
Yeah, absolutely.
we've only known each other a short period of time, but we met. It was like
Off
we've been
top.
knowing each other for years, bro. Like, you know what I'm
This
saying? And that's
dude
good
just
energy.
started immediately talking a certain way in our fantasy DMs. Like all of our team is in this thing, and you know we can, you know what I'm saying, and of course he talking shit, he winning, you know, and all that shit, but just, hey man, you just can't get by me, bro. Like if you a person, like I'm gonna know, like I'm gonna, you know, I ain't nothing in my body but light. So
Right.
I'm gonna be able to, you know, I am, you know. So yeah, right off the top, Dre, you know what I'm saying. And then like the other week we was at the address, I had seen him, man. I was happy to see the nigga, you know. I'm
Yes,
like,
sir,
damn, that boy Dre
likewise.
done come up in there, man. What's
Yes,
going
sir.
on? And I immediately got to, anytime I see him, I'm gonna let him know, hey, that shit is not happening. And I'm really what I'm doing is
He trying to
playing-
program me.
yeah, I'm planting seeds in his mind. Like, you not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Whatever gotta happen to where, and I'm instilling fear. You know what I'm saying? And he not gonna win. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
to the
saying?
back-to-back champ over here.
He did win back to back. I was there when he got his first trophy. I wasn't in the game, but I was there to see him receive it. I will see him receive this trophy as well, and it stops. You know,
You don't. So
props and
basically,
stops.
you don't foresee him getting a third trophy.
It won't happen.
Okay.
Whatever gotta happen. You know.
Damn.
What I'm saying?
This
He ain't-
nigga just say it won't happen. Whatever gotta happen.
He ain't winning. He not going.
Damn.
He not winning. I got books. I'm spending the summer doing this shit. I got my album almost
It's
done.
almost
my new
that
album
time,
almost
man.
done. Oh,
August be here in a minute.
my new album almost done, man. We back to work. You know, self-made. We doing our albums. You know, Key coming out May 26th. He'll be out not whenever this interview. I don't know, but May 26th, 25 Summers.
That's key.
Yes,
Key album, 25 Summers. It's a masterpiece. Watching
Wow.
him put this shit together, 25 Summers, man, even though it's more than 25 Summers. You talking about, man, I'm a real Texas boy. This dude, you know, of course, raised us in music, taught a lot, you know what I'm saying, inside of this shit. But to see him working to put this shit together and the sacrifices that get made for you to make high-level music that connects, like that shit has been I've been real fortunate to learn from that. I've been saying whatever I've been saying in music. I've been very blessed. Mr. Lee done been with me from the, you know, pretty much the start of my doing this shit. He been with me.
Beat making Mr. Lee.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that, Dre.
Dre.
Don't do that, Dre.
Hey, man, Dre, you can't.
No, Mr. Lee, all right, man.
Bro,
Mr.
you.
Lee, fuck
Hey,
around
hey,
now,
man.
Dre.
Don't do
To
that.
each his own.
Edit that out, man. Don't.
No, I told him to his face. Ain't no secret.
What,
One thing about Dre is not gonna hide shit. I gotta love that about him. We both alike.
He reached out to me when I got out, and the first thing I said, when we talk about this shit, we can move forward. Until then, we gonna be stuck on the same place.
Off camera, Dre. See, we can't. See, now we done brought. We got day room rules in effect.
Slim, my best friend, and Slim still fuck with. I don't interfere with their relationship. That he is who he is to Slim, and he who he is to you. But
off camera, tell me what.
I mean, if you know Mr. Lee, you know exactly who he is. Good nigga when it comes to music, but when it comes to other shit, me and him had a discrepancy on some funds that didn't go the way it was supposed to went, and he promised me something. And I wasn't even mad about the money. It's the way he handled me in returning the money. Don't tell me you finna be someone to have me be there and waiting on you and you never show up. Don't ever do me like. Don't waste my fucking time like that.
I would hope that we all are better people.
I would hope so too.
Than we was.
I don't hold no grudge. He was in the room right now. I'm letting him know you're a piece of shit, and I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Dre, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Are you a grudge holder?
It depends on the grudge.
Okay.
Depends on the grudge. Cause you play with my time. Now you play with my money and my time.
When was it years ago?
It was years ago. Yeah.
Was it more than 10 years?
Yeah. I was gone for 7.5. Of course, it was more than 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't wipe them off the credit report? Credit is 7 years.
But I'm the credit company. I'm the credit company and I'm the debt collector company. So I'm the debt collector. So I'm the debt collector company. You know what I'm saying? I settled, but he didn't came with no.
Did y'all get it? And that's why you're saying that we gotta get that straight.
Yeah. And when he reached out to me, I've been humble about some other shit. He found out I was doing moves he wanted, and I probably could have used it. Not gonna lie, I probably could have.
So you holding to the principle?
Yeah, of course. Because how he played me. Had it been just, I owe you this, I ain't got it. Cool, I can respect that. I can respect any man say they ain't got something. I can respect that. But don't tell me, meet me here. I'll be down there tomorrow. And have me, and I'm pulling up at the spot. Like, I'm leaving my house, pulling up somewhere.
Why is this on the
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I ain't got nothing else to say about it. But you know it.
Y'all got some form. But why did you? I wanted you to tell me off camera you done broke it down on the camera. Is this gonna actually be on the what's the name?
Fucking right. This ain't my first time saying it.
Okay.
Ain't my first time saying it.
Do you agree that Mr. Lee is one of the greatest producers to come out of the state of Texas?
Without question. I'm not a hater.
Absolutely agree.
I'm not a hater by any means.
Step back
when
in,
it comes to that,
absolutely agree with that.
Super dope.
Yeah.
Super duper dope.
Legendary?
Absolutely. Legendary.
Wait a minute.
He got a classic album since Boss About Boss, I think was one of those ones that
is he legendary?
Legendary.
Okay.
Legendary.
Yeah.
I don't mind giving nobody a props.
But
when it comes to specific incidents, I'm able to single that out. Specific.
I told you, you're not saying nothing. You're not getting away.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not a hater like you though, so I'm okay to say he's a great producer.
I hate that.
But sometimes it can be great if they crap me a rotten motherfucker in life. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that.
Hey man, we gonna keep going. This ain't this. So listen, man.
Hey,
what makes you different from artists out today?
Hold on, fuck that. I ain't never said nothing to y'all that I ain't never said to him.
I know this. I know
Right.
this. But we just for
what?
public.
He's showing us that same stuff that they told us that he is Drake. He's still that same person. He is not rehabilitated. he still got this same energy. He is holding his grudge. He's not letting it go. And the more
you're not rehabilitated.
No, he's not. And the more he talks about it, his energy level.
I got a question.
I
got a question. My man on the end, he's a finance guy.
Okay.
If you owe a debt to somebody, that debt never goes away till you pay them up. It might not be owed to the person you owed it to at first, but it went to somebody. Somebody bought that collection at a cheaper rate, right? Am I right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
So that debt don't go nowhere. I don't give a fuck. Your credit might get straight to 7 years, but that debt is owed to somebody. Because if you get a big lump sum of money, go win a lottery. All your debt's gonna be paid before you get your check. Right or wrong, true or false?
Can I?
That's right, and it's true.
So with that being fair, I don't look at that as a grudge. I look at it as a debt that needs to be paid.
You know what? This is where I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Because we on the Cole and Dre podcast. I will say something that I suffer from here in this. As I'm down here in Houston, Texas, which I just said is the best. It be hurting me when y'all be. Like all of my different, and of course y'all grew up here, so it's like, you might don't fuck with him or this person, like blah blah blah. When y'all be having issues with, and it be with people, I be like, hey, like don't do that. Like, y'all can't do that, man. Like, I'm down here, man. We don't.
Now, I don't want to bring harm to him. I don't wish harm on him.
No, I
just know that.
I don't want there to be any. You know, I want all.
Next time you see him, say, "Hey man, get that Drake. Get him his issue. His little issue. Get it to him. His little issue. Get it to him. That's all you gotta do."
I thought that was done with, Dre. I see you still upset about this.
I'm not upset about it, but
Hey,
like I said, I don't want him to ever forget about it because I'm not gonna ever forget about it.
Dre's got an energy as he's discussing this that I'm sure many of his enemies have seen, and
but at least not
inside of this,
you making me want to talk about a nigga too.
Let me say this to get clarity.
Inside of this frequency is danger and.
Because there's been a time I've been in. Let me tell you how much of a man I am. I've been in Dallas, and a respectful man of my friends. I've been in Dallas. I've been outside of Lee's studio while they went in and handled their business. I stayed outside because I didn't want to be in his presence. And it was
so you're like, okay, I will say.
But that was that moment because it had just happened. So in order to respect the business, I let them handle their business, and I stayed outside.
He's showing y'all that he's farther than me in that way. Because he's saying that an issue that you have with him could prevent him from wanting to be in your presence for the fear of not knowing what he might do.
That was then.
In your presence.
That was then.
Wow.
That was then.
That's letting you know he's not rehabilitated.
But now, had he been sitting right there, I'd be like, you're right, motherfucker, we'll get to that later, and we'll keep going with the show.
There's a way that your body is moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm loving that I'm getting to see in this screen your body language. There's violence in your body language.
Not towards him.
As you're discussing it.
Not towards him, though.
Dre, I think this nigga get you violated right now. I'm glad you off this shit.
Something's running.
good.
If your PO watching this shit, you might be
I'm
out of there, Dre.
I'm Scott.
Hey man, well, you were with Al D300, and I think he's right. He spoke on your body language. You had violence. You hadn't been rehabilitated.
I'm familiar with that violence.
I think I may have taken accountable for holding the grudge against myself.
Damn. Man, listen, man. Let's talk about your new album. We get too much into this shit.
One thing about me, man, I'm never gonna sugarcoat with somebody that's wronged me, and I feel like they wronged me intentionally. Because, like I said, we could handle that.
I will say this: a figure like yourself, a real figure, and y'all are our figures.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe, and it starts at that kind of level too, with guys like y'all. I really wish that, for the sake of what we could all do together, not even just us all doing together, but just a certain higher level of frequency, I really wish that brothers would come together a little bit more down here in Houston. But I do also understand that this place so big and you can just run it up by yourself. So when you get into it with somebody, it'd be like, man, fuck them. You know what I mean? Y'all come from a bigger place, and I get it.
He might not even see him no more. Shit.
He might not ever see him again. But when you got great people, man, by great I mean great people. You know, you just would like to see that they, like to see them work together and stuff like that. Get past old stuff, and I can't speak on y'all's issue and all that. It precedes my time here.
This happened since he's been in Dallas, so you know what I'm saying? It didn't even happen.
How?
So when he went to Dallas,
listen, man,
we
is talking way too long about you and Mr. Lee shit. That's over with. Listen, man, let's talk about your goddamn album, man.
Mr. Lee's the greatest producer.
I'm with all that shit. Let's talk about your album, man. Good shit, man.
Bad paymaster.
This nigga here go.
This is crazy.
Man, what's up with your album, man? Kiki coming out May 26th. When you coming out?
June or July. We're gonna also. Mr. Lee's the greatest, but I will say this. I want to break this right here.
Depends on what you're talking about.
We got a situation right now. Well, it's too early to talk about that, but I will say that my new album, Pain Made Me Rich, gonna be on the heels of 25 Summers, and we're gonna be really going crazy for the rest of this year. So yeah, and in everything we're just looking to take it to the higher levels, and that's it. Everything is about progression with us, and you always want to do better than you did last time. But David Street was a big success for me.
Congrats on that too, by
Thank
the
you,
way.
Congrats
thank
to
you,
you,
thank you, thank you. We worked so hard on it, and it was my first time coming down here and being inside of these environments. Bruce Bang and
Man, you had a beautiful rollout for that too, though. By the way.
thank you,
Had
bro.
a beautiful
Thank you.
rollout.
Like that, my first rollout, like
Yeah.
understanding and putting it together and news and going to these and just feeding the homeless, and I've never given back, so I've never done nothing good in life, really. So
Damn.
to be honest, I mean, I've never gone to the homeless shelter and fed so me doing this. Wow, like I see why people is so addicted to that, because man, doing
It's a
good,
great feeling.
it feels great.
feels
It
great.
feel better than doing.
You know what's crazy, man? When a little while after I've been, I think this may have been top of 21, maybe been still at 20. I was able to go out with Isaiah Carey and Burns Barbecue and Greasy Spoon, and we fed the homeless outside the halfway house, bro. And it was like a real surreal moment.
That is
like,
a crazy.
in that parking lot
great-
right across the street from the halfway house.
Yeah.
That was a real surreal moment, bro. We fed
Bro,
hundreds of people, bro. And it was like wow, like this was a real life.
these is things
You know,
that we
surreal
done
moment.
lost. We don't know about this shit. But Emery, man, we gotta give back so we can give more. But of course, y'all know that. Y'all live it and y'all live inside of it. But that was my first time doing anything like this. So for me, it was like it really was a breath of fresh air for me, and me as being a Muslim, of course, I talk a lot about it, but I've not done it. You know what I mean? And doing it, it really is. It's a feeling like no other. Almost a feeling as good for me as rapping. You know what I mean? So it's really beautiful to do it.
Okay. Okay.
That's our producer, by the way.
Yeah, that's our producer. He trying to tell us to get the fuck off the show and wrap up. But he wants to know who are your musical influences? Like who are your personal top fives? Like
My personal top 5.
Mhm.
Wow, y'all ask everybody that as far as in hip hop.
yeah, as far as in hip hop, 5 is really difficult.
It's your 5, though. It ain't gotta be no popular 5. It's your 5. What you doing? What more
I
you?
will say that as an MC, I've changed a lot, and this 5 has done changed a lot, and for a lot of different reasons. But I will start by saying, you said influences, right?
Yeah, influences.
Being very honest, I was influenced heavily by starting off like SUC. Like I was, heavily influenced by Key. And it's everything for a different reason. Like being prideful and being from Texas and all of this shit. I'm pretty sure everybody grew up, he was that person that helped instill that Texas nigga. Like stand up on that shit. You know what I mean? So I would say him. I would say Biggie. Here recently, I would say Pac. I'm somebody that's late to Pac, like from a standpoint of understanding what he's really doing in the music that made that shit so, Pac, Snoop, Wayne, and for a different reason. Oh, Jay-Z. Did I mention Jay? Jay got to be in there. So if somebody got to come out, it's Jay. Jay got to be in there.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
He's had, to me, the reason why I always put Jay-Z at the top is because his growth is just unmatched by any other artist. Every album he has ever done he's grown.
You a big Jay fan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, number one for me. That's number one for me.
I
Yeah, that's number one for
have
me.
no qualms with that. Like it's it's a lot to start being able to discuss thinking and elevating your thinking, and I believe that he's kind of like one of the first ones, but to get into that, but also careers like Lil Wayne has had the best career in my opinion as a rapper. Like as a rapper, I'm talking about.
Elaborate on
microphone.
that. Elaborate on that a little bit, because I'm curious as to why you say that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to know that myself.
When you start talking about a teenager, little kid, I ain't talking about 18, 19, I'm talking about 13, 14.
Right.
Being in one of the biggest rap groups that it is, or that it's ever been in hip hop, Hot Boys, you talking about growing up in this rap like rapping. Like it's people talk, man, rapping, microphone, growing up and being that person that was the smallest man on the totem pole of the Hot Boys to becoming the greatest rapper in the world. Man, any one of his careers, in my opinion, would put him would anybody would kill for any one of the things that he did. Would you just like to be in this platinum group? Would you like to be a person that's a young rapper, a young solo act at 16, 17 years old, dropping a platinum project? You would be a legend just for that, Or would you like to be would you like just his mixtape career? Or would you like the just his solo albums, is enough to make you a legend? Or you could say for him stopping and being one of the first rappers that really leaned into stretching his voice and all of that and taking it to that level. From a career standpoint of being a rapper, I don't see any career in rap that's better than Lil Wayne, and he is not 40. So he haven't even dropped the album of being 50 years old or the album of being 40, 45. And
Wayne ain't 40 yet?
No.
That's why I thought he thought a little bit older than that. But I can. That's
It's just been in your face forever.
Yeah. Wayne definitely has an influence over the rap game, for as the way people look, the way people dress, the way people rap.
He's done the most work.
He's definitely.
He's done the most work.
He's definitely been a big influence on the rap game.
Damn, you done blow my mind. Now,
I thought Wayne was 42.
Yeah, I thought he was a little older than that, but I think you've given the best explanation of anybody that I've ever heard to describe Lil Wayne, and you just made me a true fan. I've always said I like the nigga. What you just said made me a true fan.
He put it in perspective. Like that's
was a different perspective. He's 41? He's 40?
September 27, 82.
Wow.
Doesn't that mean he's turning 40?
No, that means he's 40. He'll be 41 this year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so he's fresh 40.
Yeah.
Okay. No album at 40 yet. Hasn't had an album at 40.
That was a very great analysis, yeah. The way you put that into perspective was genius right there.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
but it's just I'm a big student of the game. I watch all of this shit I watch it, I study it. It's not that old. The whole thing is not that old, so it's easy to study. I study this shit. I've studied Slim, Thug. I study this shit, breaking all the way down, understand it in a way, that Rick Ross, like I really understand this shit in a different kind of way, and every day like I'm on this shit. So for me, rap expression, it's not just about what happens on the mic, it's about the way you perceived. And I think a lot of times people don't really understand what that shit is, but you can rap your way into a perception if you are, pure to your craft. It don't necessarily have to. The cheat code for me is I ain't acting. You know what I'm saying? But for those that do, like, the craft of this shit is enough to, to be a fan of. So.
Okay. We got our producer over here. Ask this question. Ask that question. Describe your unique marketing with Crowns 8 and the car air freshener.
Crowns 8, for one, okay, I gotta say this, that with all of my albums, I would always do merch drops. Shout out to everybody that's always supported me in music, all my fans and all that. Crowns 8 was my first time coupling with the USB, the flash, the custom USB or whatever, the air freshener, which is my first time doing an air freshener. We've done so many different things, from prayer rugs, some prayer rugs. What I've so many things that we put together in these with these projects that you know, it'll blow your mind.
Are you behind all the marketing projects, or you have a team that you put together, or is this
Me.
okay? That's dope.
Now, do I have a team? Yes. As
But
far
the
as
idea wise, the prayer rugs, that's something unique.
well, the prayer rugs actually. Shout out Greg Street, DJ
Oh, wow.
Greg
Shout out to
Street.
Greg Street. Man, I ain't seen Greg in a while.
I
Greg,
haven't seen Greg Street since the 90s.
Greg is the homie. Greg just linked me with somebody crazy. So, but I can't. It's too early to talk
Greg
about.
got all the connections, so I'm sure that's a good conversation.
Shit,
Greg
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 40
found-
years,
Greg
30,
found me-
35 years in the game. If
Greg
not more.
found me from Kiki Page. You know what I'm saying? Crowns 10, I believe it was. And Key had posted it on his page, and Greg reached out, and we just been locked in ever since. And he done a lot, put me on the phone with a lot of people, linked me with a lot of people. Shout out Buddha Bless This Beat, who was on my last album. That was a Greg link. Benny the Butcher, Mac 10, so many different people.
Mac 10.
Yeah. Andre 3000. We had a long, lengthy conversations. I ain't gonna.
So hold
I'm very
on,
blessed
man,
with
because
shit.
I see you can go on it. What do you think makes you different from other artists? Because I have my own opinion of it, and I tell you my opinion is I see just me sitting here meeting you and vibing with your energy. I feel a realness there, right?
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that's
Thank
real. Like, and I
Thank
was gonna speak on a particular artist who I think wrapped his way into a perception that wasn't real. A few of them have done it, you know, but when I told you when I was listening, I'm like, damn, I can accept it because I understand real. But a lot of these dudes is just pure, as it should be, entertainment, but they can't relate to what's real versus just what's really entertaining. If that makes sense to you.
Away from all the rap, the power of the word is, the tongue is powerful, you know. And
I need $1 billion.
right.
It's powerful. I'm gonna work on that.
With music and words, man, you can conjure up some shit, you know. So, you know, some people have put their love into the craft of making music, and they have spoken themselves up into some really nice situations. So, you know, shout out them for that, because it's our alchemy, man. This music, this what we doing, this shit, alchemy, bro. So, yeah, you know, I don't know what you talking about though, but
He over there trying to call out Disco.
No.
I say I don't know who he was talking about as far as.
I mean, I tell you, well,
I thought you talking about
don't
him
do
over
it.
there.
Don't
Yeah,
do
I'm
it
not gonna even
because
do it.
he,
Don't throw
because
him on
he,
the bus
because my guy.
because y'all feel like I threw somebody in the bus, but I'm just
No,
speaking
it's
my
just
mind.
that you did it so long, and you wouldn't, and your tenacity in the way you wouldn't let it, and it just showed me a
Bro, let's go, man.
glimpse of what you really, when you about something, you own that, relentless, like the
relentless.
yeah, you know.
Because I feel like I'm a good dude and I don't do that kind of business. Like I feel like I'm just a
Hey,
genuine.
we not finna do that. Hey,
No,
we
I'm
ain't
not
finna
talking
do
about
that
no more.
shit.
I'm saying
right, we not
we
finna
not,
do that.
we not,
We
but I'm
are
just- I'm
not
talking about
going
me.
back to that shit.
I'm a genuine dude. I feel like when I give it to you, give it back to me.
Oh,
Rounds 1 through 11.
Yeah.
yeah. Crowns 1 through 11. All right. I'm from Davis Street. The crown is something that symbolizes our neighborhood. I started, you know, I just got out and called my first album Crowns. I didn't know that I was gonna do so many of them, but somebody was
Kind of like Carter 1 through 5.
right. And then like my homie Buster, shout out Buster. He should have been here today. He want me to leave here and then come over. Like, I ain't finna do that. But
Damn.
he's supposed to be here. You know, he always with. And he was there the other night at the address you seen. Him and Will.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buster was saying something like, I think by the time I got to like Crowns 3, I think I was probably gonna do 3 of them or whatever. But Buster was like, man, you know what? You should keep going with that, because people will look back, and when, like, if you was to see that I got an album called Crowns 8, that let you automatically. If I had an album called Water Bottle, you know, you probably think you just got an album called Water Bottle. But if I got an album called Crowns 8, you know that there's at least 8. You know,
It's great marketing too,
right.
because
You know
now,
it's 8 of them at least.
now when people that haven't discovered you, now they can go back and say, okay, one, because I did that with Yo Gotti.
Mhm.
And you know, I started listening to CMG,
With the
cocaine music,
Yeah.
cocaine music, 1, 2, 3. Like, okay, so it's great marketing because somebody like me, now I'm finna go back to Crowns One.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check your growth,
Yeah.
or lack thereof, and I'm gonna say,
lack
man,
thereof.
man, you ain't grow, man.
Yeah, or lack thereof. Man, I ain't gonna lie. It's so crazy. Like, for one, I survive off music. So when you
That's
talking,
big.
yeah. So when you talking about like, it was shit going. Man, I'm very blessed that people fuck with me. Like, just like, man, through my ups and downs and this shit of this little 4 years that we've been out, just the fact that people have let me like. But then, you know, I know it all come from God, but just, it's a beautiful thing, bro. Like, and a lot of shit, you know, we all doing shit in a space of having just re-entered the world, right? But I'm gonna say this, like, I ain't even know that I was not supposed to be able to survive off me. I ain't even know that shit. And you know, I ain't know that shit was like some special shit until people started telling me, like, damn, you know, niggas ain't able to sell. Bro, I'm selling CDs. I ain't talking about I'm pulling up at the store selling CDs. I'm talking about I get on my Instagram. At the time, I may have had 6,000 whatever followers or whatever. I say, hey, you know, Crowns 3 or whatever, you know, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And these people is tapping in, and then no website, and I've had a website, but straight in my DMs, sending me their addresses and everything. I am up all night, you know, like, just like filling out tickets or whatever. I got 1 million envelopes and all of this shit, and I'm mailing this shit out. I'm going to the post office and I'm chronicling, you know, I'm getting this shit filmed, me going to the post office and all this. Bro, that shit was years ago, bro. This shit done all the way till I made it to.
You done put in some work. That's what I just heard.
Right.
And you deserve everything you goddamn got.
Yeah.
Because
But
you done mapped your own blueprint out. And I'm a fan of good work.
Man,
But you made me a whole fan tonight. Just listen to that part
Thank
right
you, bro.
there.
Thank you.
Is that 124, 121 over there?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Great Scott, are you a
Wait a
thief?
They done walked that shit down?
They done walked that shit down.
Well, they been on the free throw line the whole quarter.
Walk it down, Brian. Walk it down. Yeah, we over here watching this game. We finna wrap this thing up and watch the end of this game, man. I have
Oh,
really
my God,
hella enjoyed LD. Not only have I enjoyed you, homie,
Thank
we
you.
gonna have you back.
Man,
we
appreciate
need to bring you back, and
Yeah, let's get
I love
get
your
you
energy,
album
you
come
know
out,
what I
man.
mean?
Let's get your
Yeah.
one album come out. How about that?
Yeah, appreciate that.
When the album
I
come out,
appreciate
yeah,
it,
I
man.
want to check that roll out. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
gotta get. I gotta start getting back outside. I've been
Oh,
cooped
okay.
up in the house, man.
Oh, okay, so if you down to come across town, man, we gonna do the road. I'm not. I've been adopted by the South, but I got North Side homies deep. They gonna be wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you good now? You know it used to be a real divide. It's all love now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We used to then. The only I think the mutual point. I think the divide kind of went away in probably about 04. You think that's about right, Dre?
Maybe a little sooner.
Maybe-
Because Slim and Key had a project in 02, 03, I think, or whatever.
Maybe
Yeah,
oh-
for a project.
I was
him and ESG
thinking
had a project.
02. I mean 03, 04.
Yeah.
But okay, I go as 02 because when did Slim and ESG
that
do
was
that?
that was 98, 99. They project came in 91, but they did Braids and Phase in like 98.
Okay, well shit, maybe because that shit was
Yeah,
shit
it
was
was-
totally
it was
different.
a little bit different.
Early on, yeah, it was nigga we north,
I'm
y'all
glad.
south.
I'm
that's
glad
it.
that y'all stopped y'all beef before.
But I
got
wasn't really
here.
involved in that shit, though. I wasn't really nobody to be involved in. I was in my own circle of, you know.
Yeah.
That shit had nothing to do with me.
Dre, I need to interview you, man. I done heard some things, man. I done heard that Dre was riding around in the Porsche and shit before the, you know, they say that Dre was the one, you know, and then he got jammed up, and I guess when he was jammed up, things took off with the team, and Dre done came home and they returning the favor.
I mean, not quite, but it's something like
Something
that.
like that?
Yeah, something like that. But my team are definitely, man, my brothers for life, my man. I'm talking about, I couldn't ask for a better group of friends, bro. Like his family, for real.
I'm
like,
sorry,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
I'm watching this game over here
Yeah.
too.
It's definitely
And
family.
you know what? You know another thing that's crazy. People gonna see. I get a lot of questions about this. People say in these interviews that especially like when I'm talking to people who've been locked up before, that we don't never talk no penitentiary shit. That shit is interesting to these people. These people want to know about.
Yeah,
they want to know about shit in there.
I try to forget some of that shit, but it's still stuck in my brain.
So
you know what I'm
me and
saying?
Dre was at the camp
We
together.
was at the camp together.
Yeah, I
And,
was at the camp.
we was at the camp together. You know what I'm saying? So it's a total difference from being the low, the medium, and the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So was y'all going home?
Yeah, we was on our way home.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, niggas be.
I
going
was
home.
definitely going. Dre. I went with my move all the time. I wasn't camp material.
Yeah.
So the fact that they even let me go, shit, man, y'all do your job. They used to come back there fuck with me all the time. Cole, we heard this. I say, listen, man, your job is to catch me. My job is not get caught. When you put me in that motherfucking box, I'm not gonna ask you to get out.
Right.
Just do your job better than I do mine.
Criminals, boy. We
Yeah,
criminals.
you know what I'm saying? I
Do
wasn't
your
doing no
job.
tripping. Do your
Cop,
job.
it go all the way back to kids, cops, and robbers.
Yeah, do your job. I'm
I
not.
ain't no cop.
Hey, I ain't gonna do no
and he was
crime,
hell
man.
at it because he taught me a few things how to go with my
Shit, man,
moves.
do
So
your
you know what
job.
I mean?
I'm gonna go with my move.
When he got gone, he's like, "Yeah, I know you was part of Code regime." No, the fuck I wouldn't. It's the camp administrator talking shit to him. This man hit terrible, man.
Skull
Good
go
dude,
down.
though. I didn't know him before prison. That's crazy.
And
I definitely got to say
That's
this.
crazy.
Dudes that I met in prison is like, they my brothers. Like, you can't tell me shit about these. These is my, you know what I mean? And they,
Real
bro,
shit.
they with me. You know what I mean?
shit.
I trust them in a certain kind of way. We done been through shit together. It's some different shit. So.
you know they gonna vibe a little differently. Like
Yeah,
obviously, because
we
you've been
know
to
the
prison with a
consequences.
whole lot of guys.
Yeah.
But it's very few that you picked out and say, "I'll fuck with dude on the street." Because I used to tell niggas get mad with me. Hey Cole, let me get your number. Like, man, listen, man, this is some prison shit. I ain't fucking with you out in the street, man. Let's not. And I ain't mind fighting about it, nigga. Whatever you want to do, my nigga, it's
No,
all
Cole,
good.
you know,
But listen, I mean.
violence.
I mean, it is what it is, because you getting mad with me about some shit. I'm telling, like, listen, dude, I'm watching you in here. Why would I fuck with you on the streets?
Right.
Right.
We our energies don't match in no kind of way.
Dudes that I met in prison, like I say, the state of Texas, they gon' put you around people like that's like you with the same type of shit you do. But I will also say that being around these dudes, I met a lot of dudes that was like me in the way of being able to lead and organize and have, mobility and shit. So
Okay.
But nah, it ain't over with. LeBron just missed 3.
Yeah, he
Not
missed the
surprised.
3. That was a bad shot,
Not
LeBron.
surprised.
watch this.
Right. Not surprised.
Man.
Not surprised.
That's it.
Nah, it's 26 seconds left.
Yep, that was a horrible 3 to miss. That's a problem.
He was open.
He wasn't really open. He forced that.
He's 6'8". He had a look.
He took a 3 at a crucial moment.
Yeah, he actually, but it wasn't. They still got another possession though. It wasn't no. We know Bron not a killer. He like Trey on Boys in the Hood. Let me out though.
He's not a killer.
He's like Trey on Boys in the Hood. Let me out though. Let me out though.
He has killer tendencies. He just doesn't
Man.
use them all the time.
He
So
has
that's
killer
what it is.
tendencies.
Yeah, so
When Monster and Dope was going to get the issue, Trey acted like he wanted to get in the car. then he
Shout out
jumped
LeBron,
of
man. Play Davis Street on your live like you do for.
He was doing the South Side at the McDonald's game, man. Shout out to Bron, man.
Shout out to Bron for doing what he
There you
does.
go.
You salute my brother. You salute
Yes,
me,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
man, I'm a fan of the dude, not just because of basketball. I'm a
As a
fan
human being, for
that-
sure.
As a human being, because the fact that this dude came in the league at 18 and
Greatest
has been able
sports
to-
story ever.
been able
Facts.
to live up to all the hype, but more importantly, no trouble, handles himself really well.
Man,
You don't hear
I'ma-
nothing
I'ma
about
tell
him
you,
on, off the court.
when
bullshit or
when
nothing.
you say like no trouble, people don't really understand. Like that's amazing.
That's heavy.
That is a real accomplishment to live your life up under that spotlight like that, and to never slip in a way that damaged your brand or the reputation of yourself or your family or. Bro, that shit's
I just
amazing.
seen an interview.
Jordan would have never made it with all of this
I
social
wouldn't
media
say
shit
that,
that he
but-
had. I would say
I wouldn't say that.
I
Jordan
would-
wouldn't
I
have
would-
made it.
I would
I'm
never
telling
say
you.
that.
I wouldn't say that
Yeah,
because he
Michael
was too
Jordan.
big of a statue. He would have figured it out. I personally think he would
Yeah,
have
he'll
figured it out.
figure it out because
But-
he the GOAT, he the greatest, and it ain't nothing. That,
I take Jordan over everybody. I'm a
But the
Jordan
thing-
He'll
fan.
figure it out.
The thing that I think helped LeBron, I just heard an interview with Rich Paul or whatever. He was on some podcast. I can think of the name of the podcast.
Rap Radar.
Right, and he talked about the time he
I
spent
ain't
with
seen
Jay-Z.
it. Yeah.
The time he spent with Jay-Z and how they would go back and like before we even knew who these people was, they was getting one-on-one conversations with Jay, going up to Jay office, fucking with Jay, meeting Jay, and they had kind of like I'm not gonna say like a I'm gonna say like a OG to tell them how to move and how to what to expect in this game. So that's big, bro. When you got a mentor like Jay-Z, bro, like you know what I'm saying. So
that's huge.
a lot of shit makes sense to me now. Like hearing Rich Paul talk, a lot of this shit makes sense to me what they've been able to accomplish. Not just the Jay-Z influence, just because how early they started.
A lot of people look at y'all like that, Dre.
Yeah, facts. I believe that.
And people come to you guys, the Boss Life family or whatnot, and they learn from the way that y'all move together. People look at, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. As much as niggas break up, we all are fans of niggas that stay together.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if you can stay together, boy, we gon' goddamn, we love it. We might don't say we love it often, but
That's
we
love.
love it. We love, man, I ain't gonna lie. And I seen that old picture of you, man,
You turn that up.
doing some unsavory things.
That's real. What you
Doing-
just said.
doing-
Straight
doing
like
something.
that.
Man, Dre was doing something, man. He was doing whatever he was doing. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Them old, when you see brothers together on them old pictures and you seeing them still together, man, it's out here, man. I know I talked some shit earlier about the blacks or whatever, and the blacks, But I will tell you this, hey,
Niggas say the blacks.
the blacks, I said some shit about the blacks, but when we stick together,
It's unbelievable.
boy,
We here.
it ain't nothing you can do when we stick together. When we on one accord and we moving as one, and we having the main thing is not by philosophy, not by something that we write down on a piece of paper and we gotta go by, because we not the mafia. But when you start talking about energy, when we got the right frequency and shit, and we on one accord, man, hey, you can do anything when you got the right
When we
spirit.
move out of love and respect, man, because I think a lot of things are due to love and respect. If I move out of love, a lot of things don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Forgiveness is from love.
yeah, grace. You gotta get it.
Absolutely.
Have some forgiveness, Dre.
I do.
Like,
I
Shots
just say I
fired
want a
again.
homer.
man, you
Shots fired.
might be a milli or a couple milli up right now. You might be blocking yourself from getting 20 mil, all because you holding on to grudges
Hold
from
on, but I agree.
decades ago.
I agree with you that he was a great producer. I agree with you on that. Agree with you. He was super dope. Love the
I
music.
think with Dre on that one, Dre, I understand.
Yeah, I
Even
know.
though I may have some form of disagreement, and it's very little because you a man of principle. You standing on principle.
Dre is
So
a
from standing
man
on
of
principle,
principle,
I can't do nothing but
man.
respect that.
He's a man of principle. Look,
Yeah,
hey
I'm
man,
believe
I'm
that.
a body,
but I'm
I'm a
not-
body language expert. Man, you
But the thing is,
You doing this.
I'm not seeking this man out. I'm not in his DM. I'm not trying to call it. I don't do none of that.
I'm watching.
Because when your age
Hey,
over
have
to
you-
get somebody, they call your phone. It's over with.
You should.
It's
Oh,
over.
that shit over with. Okay.
It's over with.
Yeah, I can stop even being interested.
The
in that shit. It's
Power
over
of
with.
Concentration by
12 seconds
Ernest
left.
Holmes.
By Ernest, I need to get on that. I ain't heard that.
Yeah,
yet.
The
Go ahead.
Power of Concentration by Ernest Holmes. You gotta watch that. When you leaking that energy out of you, see, that's excess energy that you got based on imbalance in the frequency, based on what it is that you experiencing when you hear this man's name in regards to you got a unresolved issue. So it's making you.
Well, this
I hate
this
that we
is-
did all that on camera.
This is
Yeah, it's all good.
This is
we don't
our
edit
show.
shit.
This
It
is-
is
this
what
is
it is.
our
We're
show.
gonna keep it
Yeah.
pushing, man.
This is our show. So when I'm on our platform,
For sure.
you know what I'm saying. But you'll never hear me on Instagram talking that shit. Nothing. Just,
Bless you.
bless you.
Bless you, bro.
You know, which is one of them things. One of the people, like I said, I would never say nothing to somebody on this platform that I haven't said to their face already. So that's just me.
So you saying you standing on business?
Yeah, that's it.
I
Standing
know,
on it.
I know all of them words. You can't. I say, I hear through the,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
why?
It's only right. It's only right.
Oh, you could reach me.
Let us hold on, man. We gotta ask the goddamn question.
Yeah.
Tell us to ask the question. Go ahead, ask the question.
You the worst producer ever.
I do like that. I do like that. Lonnie, LG, is trying to get our frequency back straight after what had took place earlier.
Him falling
Hey,
on the
don't
table.
do that. Get out the bullshit, man. Hey, Lonnie want to know how can the people reach you, man? How can they reach you?
ALD300AL.300 on Instagram is the best way to reach me. I got that same handle on all social media handles. So DM me, hit me, and let's chop it up about it. You know, let me know if you fucking with what we got going on. Self-made, we going up all summer, and and I look forward to working with the people down here, more people down here in Houston. So we got some we got some big things happening here soon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Man, we
Movies and
appreciate you
such.
coming out,
Movies
man.
and such, man.
Oh, you got LD in y'all
Yeah, we
movie,
gonna-
Drake?
so I just told him I got to get him in there, man.
Yeah, get him
Movies
a
and
part.
such.
Yeah,
Get him a part, man.
Kiki playing the lead role in the movie, so I definitely got to get
Get
him
the
in.
fuck out of here. You got Key as the lead role?
Wait a minute. He the lead man?
Secondly, he across from Slim. Slim the lead, but he across from Slim.
Oh, y'all got a classic
Oh, this is
coming.
a war.
And that's not. It's a comedy.
Yeah, this is a classic
It's a
coming.
comedy.
They both humorous.
Hey, man, shout out
Super
your
humorous, bro.
project that's coming out, Drake.
And appreciate it, man. Well, we was calling the project Double Cut. We might change the name on it, but it still may be Double Cut. But it's a comedy coming out. I'll probably be in production end of this month, 1st of June sometime.
Hey, man,
We
love.
got our
hey,
final read on the 23rd.
I need to get in there, Drake.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a dope project, man.
Shout
Drake,
out-
hold on,
shout
stop.
out-
No,
shout-
you can't let a nigga. I need to get in there, Drake.
You in there, man? We'll make it
Cole
happen.
is in there.
Huh?
But-
We make it happen. I got you, Cole.
Okay, because you
Hey.
see, you can't let him. You can't say something and then let a nigga just go. No.
Never.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then say
Be
it's-
very direct. That's a very good lesson to anybody that's listening. Don't let people
Matter of
tell
fact,
you
you gonna ask
bullshit.
Keith what I said about
Say,
you
okay, maybe
at
this,
the reading
that,
you
the
came to about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Ask him what I said.
Okay.
There's a part I say, man, you can put anybody you want, man. You can bring Al, you can bring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
I
man.
just want to say this, man. Big salute to y'all, man, for coming out and killing it and doing all of this in this amount of time. Man,
I appreciate you, boss.
I really am a little, at these guys that been out here. You guys been out here, man. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Shout out to all the felons winning, man.
Yes,
all of
sir.
the
Oh,
shout
man.
out to
Yes,
the
sir.
convicts.
Felons winning.
Yeah.
I like that.
But like you said, what you touched on that light, that energy, bro. I met Cole, bro, and it's like we knew all the same people, we just didn't know each other. And when we got out, I reached out to him. He like, man, come through, And one day I came through. One day, like, man, you want to do a podcast? Man, let's go in there right now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it happened. And here we are.
Hey,
Really
man,
how that
We
shit
going on
happen,
year
too.
we in year number 2 right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's really how that shit happen.
God
You know
don't
what I
make
mean?
no mistakes, man.
At all.
Putting people around each other, man, that experience, uniting people in them rough experiences to where you can't break the bond.
Not at all.
So and that's always a beautiful thing, man. My videographer, he was my next door neighbor on medium custody. I didn't know he was gonna get out here and become one of the top videographers in the city or no shit like that on some music video shit. You know what I'm saying? And then just everything happened for a reason, man. Stay in alignment so you can see it.
And you know what's crazy, bro? I didn't even know you rap when I met you. I just thought you was just
a hanger on?
No, I didn't even think that.
Entourage.
It wasn't even that. We was there to do our fantasy football draft when I met you.
Oh,
I just
okay.
thought you just, because it was all type of people in that room. Like,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
we got our
Yeah.
producer
So,
doing this shit here.
know.
Okay, that mean wrap it up. Hey, man, get on camera then.
Is
Just
he
don't
driving
stop.
tonight? You not driving tonight?
No, he don't drive at night.
Okay, good. Just
I don't think he should drive in the day either. But
Right.
he drives in the day. I had to drive this nigga truck, right? And this nigga told me, damn, my truck ain't been 70 since I had it. I'm like, God damn. Really?
70.
70. Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, he said he ain't drove 70 in 10 years. Yeah, you did. You said it. I ain't lying to you.
Hey, man, who do we channel into to make sure he make it home 70?
Hey, I got him, man. I got him. I'm gonna fuck with him tonight. I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna take you to the house. Not to the. No, that's not. We got you. No, that nigga a little far.
Al D, man, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Nah, man.
It's about time. We talked about this weeks and weeks ago, and we want to come today and you here, man. And I definitely appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. It was
Man,
an
it's a
honor
pleasure
and
to meet you, man. I'm happy you came
Man,
on. Man.
hey, man, it's always genuine, man.
I'm looking
and
to
that's-
check out your chess game too. I heard it was killer.
Oh.
I'm not gonna do it tonight. You don't have to
Okay,
look
it's
at
a
your
little-
phone. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that shit tonight.
It's a little.
So we'll get back together. We'll check out your chess game, and if you beat me, I'm gonna go get my partner, cause I still want to win. So yeah, I want to win.
We should have been doing this live.
What is that?
That's his
What
man.
y'all looking at?
He got Lee in his favorite contact.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hey, man, we finna
Hold
wrap
on,
this
hold
shit
on,
up,
hold on.
man.
Wait a minute, look at my favorites. My brother, Lee, my wife. I can't say all these names on camera.
I
Y'all
know
gonna
him.
know my.
I know him. You know I know. Yeah. That's
I don't think I have anybody favorites.
I gotta get
I don't
to
got
them
no
quick.
favorites on either phone.
shit, man got a hell of a circle, man. You gotta have them Rolodex together, man. You know what I mean?
I got a hell of a Rolodex. I just ain't got no favorites in that motherfucker.
Nah, them not his favorite. I'm just fucking with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Dre is at the top. He in my DMs over there.
Yeah.
I just got his number, man.
Yeah.
But Dre and that him, what's the name over there?
Okay,
Like I
hey
said.
man, we finna wrap this shit up. We got our
Yeah,
producer
man.
over here standing up, and you know he got his pistol in his pocket. He's
Hey,
standing up and all this shit.
it's been fun, man. It's been
been
fun.
fun.
We've been here. We had a great time, man.
Man.
Cole and Dre podcast, man. I love it, man. Real niggas doing shit. That's the way it is. Hey, you can't stop real niggas coming together. When they come together, it's always a murder.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad to be here on this side, just, you know, taking it all in, man. I'm loving it. And, you know, keep supporting y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. We're going to keep growing, taking it to the next level. Every time we see each other, we're going to be farther along than we was the last
I
time.
love it,
Yes,
boy.
sir.
I can fuck with you, LD.
Yeah.
I can fuck with you. You speaking my language.
Yes, sir. Talk that
Hey
talk.
man, so thank y'all so much for tuning into the Cole and Dre podcast. Once again, I gotta tell y'all, I gotta say this again. R.I.P. to my partner Andy Ray, man. I love you. You're gonna be missed. Hey, my boy, you had the best funeral I done seen. Homegoing service I done seen. Period.
Until we join.
So you know, hey man, boy, I love you, man. Let me shout out this, put that circle up for you one more time,
Bloody
man.
nickel.
Fifth Ward in the house, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
And this is Dre, and we out.
Peace.
Hey. Hey, man, what time it is, man? Hey. Relentless. Hey. Hey. Relentless. Hey. 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 Hey, Cole. Boss straight. 2 mother, watch them out. No count. All facts like what you talking about. Boy, listen and pay attention to what we talking about. We can show you how to make 100,000 in the drop.